Okay, I've got the Briggs BP generator. It's a Ecore, it's called. A nice little brass tag right here. It says Ecore, made by Atlas Airplane Products. I found the problem with the generator, why it doesn't turn over easily all the way. Now, as you can see here, somebody removed the two bolts, flipped this little control box here sideways. So here's the original gauge, and the needle fell off. And they flipped it sideways so that way they could fit this outlet here on here. It looks like it's been there a long time. Like that. You can see where it would have mounted right here. Here's the original two holes. Now when I look down these two holes, you can't really see it with the light. There's nothing at the bottom of the two holes. There's no threads, nothing. Okay, right here, you can see I've taken one of those out. At the base of the hole looks identical to that, except that there's a hole with threads at the bottom. And I know what these are. There's two there, two under there, and two under this side. What they are is those two bolts on each of the corners, or each of the sides here, they hold the poles in place. This pole right here is loose and rubbing against the armature, causing it not to want to turn freely. Because somebody has taken these fasteners out to move this and then never put them back in to hold the pole in place. So I gotta go to Tractor Supply tomorrow with that, match it up, and see if I can get it back in place. The other problem I found is some wires that need to be insulated because they're, this light's kind of hard to see with on the camera, but I got some wires that are pretty badly fraying there. The insulation's coming off. It's very, very dirty in here. And then I found these laying in the base. What those are is brush holders. And you see right here, I get the camera to focus on it. It's kind of hard to do with this camera. There's these two little holes right there. One goes there, I believe. And then under this side here, I can't show you because there's boxes in the way. There's another set on the other side. And I believe that there's supposed to be one on each side because there's two slip rings. I just offset like maybe one to the left and then one to the right and the opposite side. So that way each brush is on a different slip ring. That'd be my guess. And I believe that's all I need to do to make this generator working again. I gotta rebuild the fuel pump. Eventually, for right now, I can just gravity feed it and it should be okay. Hopefully it's got spark. I haven't pulled the shroud yet. I got a couple wires hanging out the side here. They have something to do with a kill switch, which is this little push button right here is the kill switch. I was told this thing was sitting outside for like 10 years, and you can see by the rust that that's probably true. Got to do a little repairs to the governor system on it. I need to put a pin right here where I've got this nail for right now to hold this on. The little pin's missing, but I do have some more. I can just steal out of my box of carburetors. Spark plug, and I just put a B16 in there, be okay. That's what they take. I haven't checked the oil yet, but I will check the oil. And I need a governor spring because the governor spring is snapped. And it just hooks around the little post right there. But otherwise, this engine appears to be in pretty decent shape. Eventually, I want to get the air stack that comes out and up and has the big oil bath filter on it with the little thing that bolts right there. So that way it looks nice and everything again. The starter cup is pretty crappy on this, actually. I would like to replace that, but I can always steal it off my other Model B for the meantime to make this one the nicer of the two. And I might put that screen that wraps around the flywheel there if I can find one or make one. But yeah, this is going to be a nice little generator. I'm happy to have this. And I really hope to be able to restore it. I might have to remake these brush holders because they're starting to crack. Might have to have a pair machined for me or something. We'll see how that works out. But I can replace all the wires myself that are broken. I've got some heat shrink tubing that should work just fine. So yeah, this should be a nice little project.